You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing?
I would steal every measuring cup but the 1/3 one.
The one that nobody ever needs.
Yeah. You use it for one recipe.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JG's Lounge. I'm your host, Jukebox, back with another episode of Stardom. And with me, I've got two guests, one return guest, Rob Saul. Man, how the hell are you, dude?
I'm tired. You got to. I told him I always agree to do the show, and I oversleep. So I told him to call me this morning, and he did. And I was fucking out of it. But yeah, I'm here and I'm awake.
Yeah, last night you said, "Hey, come on the show in the morning." I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should just message Joe real quick and see if he's cool with it. I don't know why I even asked. I figured he probably didn't give a fuck, but you know.
Yeah.
I want
Joe,
all
man,
the
how
time.
are you?
No time for him.
Yeah.
We got comedian Joe Fernandes with us in the house tonight, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good. It's early, and my dog is pissed that we're not out walking right now.
Yeah. I was just telling him my dog they're staring at me to eat because I usually feed him as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
The show's a little more important. I appreciate it, man. So, Joe, man, you're a stand-up comedian. How long you been doing this?
I started like in 04, 05, somewhere around then. But probably only good for about the past 12 years.
Okay, yeah, and I know you got a lot of reels out there, and like especially on your Facebook page, and a lot of comedians I see actually don't have a ton of reels. Do you have somebody do that for you, or do you have, a setup?
No, I do it all myself. A lot of those reels were from when I recorded my album back like pre-pandemic, and I had clips.
Mm-hmm.
I never intended it to go out as reels, but then reels became a thing, so I started putting them out.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that stuff. I used to be so good. I started podcasting like 2008, and I just had everything figured out. Now I'm like an old fuddy-duddy. I don't know how to do reels. I'm always like having this guy or somebody else do stuff for me. Like I'm always asking people to. And you're probably my age. I don't know why I'm so technologically dumb now. I used to be fucking amazing with it.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Besides streaming the show live on a laptop, I do everything on my phone. So that's kind of the way to do it nowadays, honestly. Well, at least for me, because I'm always out and running errands and fucking got my day job salary, so I'm working like 50+ hour weeks. So I'm just at work, fucking throwing stuff together.
Yeah, there's a lot of the apps do it so easy for you now. So it's like you barely.
And now they have AIs that can do stuff for you. Like you just tell it what you want and it throws it together for you.
That's going to be great in the future when I could just make a reel of me doing stand-up and not have to go to a show. Be like,
yeah.
I'll be like, AI, give me Joe Fernandes doing 2 minutes on this subject, and it'll come back. Not famous enough. Don't know who you're talking about.
Hey, you got a pretty decent following there on Facebook, man. You're not doing too bad.
Facebook, I do pretty good. That's the one. Yeah. For some reason, I click with the older crowd. So Facebook is.
Well, and see, for me, I was focusing on TikTok and Instagram for the longest, and I didn't realize when you post it on Instagram, it also posts on your Facebook, and then I get a notification on Facebook saying, "Hey, man, your views are going up. You want to get monetized?" So now I've like got Facebook pushing my content, and I've jumped like 20,000 views in the last month.
That's great. Yeah. TikTok's good because they don't choke your algorithm like the other ones. They kind of, I still get stuff from clips like months, almost a year later. People see it. A lot more haters on TikTok for sure.
Is this as bad as Twitter? I mean, I've tried to quit Twitter so many times, but Bob makes me get back on like for the show. Like, you gotta be on Twitter. They're just so nasty over there.
I don't do Twitter. Twitter, I only go on to follow sports.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And I actually just got this new phone probably 5 months ago, and I hesitated to even put Twitter back on. But I stream live to Twitter, so I should probably fucking have it on there too. So, yeah. Anyways, we are on episode.
Reel yesterday on TikTok. It was funny. A reel I posted like a year ago, and these people are still. It's always angry ladies. For some reason.
Know what though? That's how you get the views. It's funny as hell. Like your views go up when there's a lot of negative comments.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because I did it on the last podcast I have that I got rid of. I did a segment because I found that Instagram page Mug Shorties. It's
Okay.
like hot mug shots of women, you know. So what a bit I tried doing on my podcast, which was pretty fun, was I took 6 mug shots. I didn't see what crime they did, and I wanted to see if I can choose who did the best crime by looks, because my theory was the better looking, the worse the crime. And
Right.
it just so happened to work out on this one group of 6 that like the better looking one did the worst crime. So some people loved it; they wanted more of it. But man, all these women are like, "You're such a misogynist. Who are you to judge women on their looks? Have you seen yourself in the mirror?"
Yeah.
So first off, I want to tell these people, like, if you think I'm ugly, then you can't be mad, because then that's ugly on ugly crime.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's true.
and 2, I pushed back on the girl yesterday. I was like, practice what you preach, cupcake. And I wanted to lean into the misogyny. But I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I'm almost 50 years old. What the fuck am I doing? At these trolls. I only have a few summers left.
I know. I used to engage with that on Twitter all the time, and I made myself crazy with it.
Yeah.
And on TikTok, what I do is I'll post a vegan dish that I cooked, and people get so angry. They're so angry if you make vegan food.
Oh,
I don't know
you're
why.
vegan?
Yeah, well, I mean, I eat a lot of vegan food. I used to be completely. Now it's like I'm not completely. I've been, but
Well, that's nothing wrong with that. It's amazing that nowadays people will get mad at that. It's so like, who gives a shit?
It's like the opposite. It's like, I don't know. I'm not like, even when I'm not one of those people that like lecture people for eating meat. I'm just, hey, you eat what you want, I eat what I want. But I noticed that the non-vegans and like the hardcore rednecks, they're just as bad as like the hardcore vegans. They get so upset and angry if you post anything that you ate vegan. It's nuts.
They just want to have a voice, man. That's all it is.
That's it. They're just sad.
Yeah. Why are you trying so hard to get that plant to taste like meat if you want to be vegan so bad? Like,
Yeah.
I said, I don't eat vegan because I think meat's disgusting. I do it for like animal purposes. Like, nobody's saying, wow, I'm not going to eat this hamburger because it's disgusting. I mean,
You do it because you like animals.
yeah. I do like a lot of animal activism. I went out.
Yeah, I eat animals because I like animals.
Yeah. Yeah, they're delicious. I mean, that's unfortunate.
My wife's vegetarian, and I argue her these points all the time, and she hates it.
Yeah.
So are you sitting there eating a ribeye while she's eating her salad?
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you think they do with those animals that live on the land where they grow your vegetables? They kill them, so you have blood on your hands too. Okay, so don't act all high and mighty over there.
So you're one of them. Okay. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You'll post that, and then people just start posting pictures of steaks like it's going to bother me. I'm like, I don't care.
No. I don't. I definitely don't. I don't care. I mean, I'm married to one, and she usually eat meat, so I've seen the whole process.
You say like she's got like some sort of disease. I married one of those.
No. Actually, I stayed married to one because she was a meat eater early on.
Oh, yeah. That's you could have left her because she married you under false pretenses, but you stuck with it. I admire you.
Right. I mean, what are you gonna do? But she's not the type. She doesn't care if I cook meat.
Yeah,
I couldn't deal with that. Yeah. Or if she was so you're vegan, you don't even do the cheese, the milk.
Yeah, I no cheese, milk, eggs, stuff like that.
Now, what is it about the cheese though? That's got to be a health thing because you don't care if people milk cows.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like I think the point is it's not like some nice. A cow out on a farm running around and just some old farmer milking it. They're like in big factories and being in confined cage, and they have machines doing it, and it's like very straining and abusive on the cow.
So if you had ethically produced cheese, would you eat that?
Yeah, I'm not hard. Just like eggs too. Like I'll buy like eggs from like people I know that have chickens as pets and stuff. But
yeah, okay. So you're more like what do they call that? Organic.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
He's still kind of learning.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been doing this 5-6 years, but I'm still like learning, and I still, and I still drink. So a lot of times I'll get drunk and I'll eat a fucking chicken wing. I don't.
There you go. So
Yeah.
so you're vegan as long as the animal is treated properly.
Yeah.
So,
I'm vegan-ish.
you're vegan-ish.
Uh,
I'll have a steak, but I need a backstory.
yeah. I have to meet the parents first,
It's funny because I actually work I work in Costco. I typically don't say it on here because sometimes I bash shit about stuff that happens at work. But I had a guy approach me and asked if our meat was halal meat, and I didn't even know what the hell that was. But apparently, it's meat that's been blessed, so it's like a leeway for them to eat the meat if it's a blessed meat. And I had never even heard of it.
You should have just blessed
kosher.
Yeah,
like kosher. Yeah, they get.
Yeah,
they just want to make sure nobody's messing with it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, guys, we are on episode 95 for Stardom. So hey, Joe, I appreciate you coming on. We're about to hit 100. I appreciate everybody that's been following me. And I've never done a Would You Rather show, so that's what I did for today. We got a couple Would You Rathers.
All right.
I noticed you appreciated Joe coming on. What am I fucking?
No, Rob, you've been on here too many times for me to give a shit.
I appreciate you, Rob. I do. We've been Facebook friends for years. First time we met.
Yeah, Rob watches your shit on Facebook all the time. He tells me about it. I have no idea how you don't know him.
Well, he asked me if I knew you. He asked me if I knew you, and I said it sounds familiar. So I looked you up on Facebook, and we're friends. So
yeah,
isn't that funny though when you're Facebook friends with someone for years?
Yeah,
and you were into like a comedy club, and you're like, I feel like we know each other. This is so odd. I've never been in your presence. Yeah, and I know everything you hate.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it is crazy because I've been recognized for my podcast out in public, and it feels good. But at the same time, it's like I have no idea who you are.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, so the first one we got here, we're gonna go ahead and get it started here. Is would you rather be more stupid than you look, or look more stupid than you are?
I guess I'd rather be more stupid than I look. Because who wants to look stupid?
The silence is kind of answering it for us here.
I mean, how do you look stupid? I mean, do I look retarded stupid or?
I mean, are you drooling? I can't tell if you're drooling. You're a little far away from the camera, man.
I think I'm too stupid to understand this question.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like I must look stupid now. I'm sitting here trying to think of what the hell.
I think I'd rather just be. I think I'd rather just be stupid, so I don't realize everybody else sees me being stupid.
Yeah.
No, I gotta look stupid.
You'd rather just look stupid and be smart?
I think that's what I am now.
The shiny forehead, man. You have no idea.
The looks people give back to me, I'm like, I think they think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that has something to do with stand-up too, right? You have to have some form of stupidity and smarts, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's funny for me is I've had quite a few comics on the show, and the responses sometimes are so stupid that they are funny, but I know it's like planned, like they intentionally said it for it to be funny. Like I'm sure there's shit that you say in your skits because they're so stupid that people are going to laugh about it.
Yeah, totally stupid. Sometimes people tell me I'm smart with something I put out that I thought was so stupid.
Yeah.
But they're like, man, that's a very great take on that. And I'm like, I wasn't even going for that. I just thought this was the stupidest thing ever.
I saw the that skit that you did about the mole and your nieces and nephews calling it a button.
Yeah, that used to turn me into new characters when they were hanging here.
Like that's really stupid, but it's clever.
Yeah, it's true though. It's just the truth. They were pissed when I got it removed. They're like, "What are we gonna do now at parties?"
What were you gonna say, Rob?
Oh, I was thinking. We all know. I don't know why I thought of when I hear stupid. I thought of our good friend Bob Levy right away, and I'm trying to think if he looks more stupid than he is, or if he's more stupid than he looks, because he's kind of got both going for him.
He looks more stupid than he is.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I mean, smart dude.
Yeah. You know what? He's quick too. Like very quick. You got to be smart with the comebacks he does. So he's not stupid. He's only stupid, like book stupid. Like he has trouble reading, and
most people are book stupid nowadays. Nobody's
true.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, when somebody wants to prove a point, they said, "Dude, I read it somewhere." They listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the new I read it.
That's their credible resource was a podcast they
Yeah.
listened to.
Yeah. Yeah, my cousin's podcast. He had a guest on.
Yeah.
They were talking about that news article the other day.
And UFOs are real.
Yeah.
It wasn't a spy balloon, guys. It was
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read it on the fucking internet. I hear that.
Read it on the if it's on the internet, it's true.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
Facts. My favorite is people who Google their conditions, like if they're feeling sick.
That's me.
Do you?
Oh, dude. I got a neck pain for the past few days, and my wife's a nurse. I'm like, it's got to be a tumor. Like, it just won't go away. But I've been staying away from Googling neck pain under both ears.
Yeah. I don't do it because I always just go to the call a doctor, make a doctor's appointment. Because if I start Googling stuff, I end up down that rabbit hole, and then I think I have cancer and I'm dying, and
I had a guy on from Australia. He's like, man, in the US, we are the worst at advertising like medical conditions and shit. They don't do it in a lot of countries.
Really?
Yeah. You got a cold? Like, take this. That's not how it fucking works in a lot of countries. Just here.
Well, it's because we got good medicine. They don't have anything over there, so they're like,
Yeah.
they
That's
got nothing
true.
to sell.
We are talking about Australia, so
Yeah, Australia.
yeah. Anytime
Like,
I
I got
get
a boomerang and a fucking Vegemite. Work with that. I hope your swelling goes down.
Yeah. Me, I fix
right.
everything with an oxycodone. It's
Yeah,
that fixes
That's how-
everything.
That's how dumb I really am. That's the two things I thought of when I thought of Australia: boomerang, Vegemite. That's all I had. That's what my improv skills are.
all I
at
got,
9 a.m.
guys.
Kangaroos. Whatever.
There's
Oh yeah,
kangaroo.
kangaroo. Can we come
Yeah.
up with?
Yeah, we really are stupid,
I'm
guys.
just as stupid as I look, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Uh-huh.
All right. It says, would you rather be chased by a zombie or by a lion?
Oh God. A zombie, aren't they like they're slow? And the
Well, it
lions are
depends.
fast.
It depends. I mean, if we're going with zombies, I want like senior hour at the grocery store zombies. The ones that are creeping through the
Yeah.
aisles, need help grabbing shit.
Yeah, I guess some of these new zombie shows they move fast, but back in the
Uh-huh.
day when we were younger, every zombie movie they moved like super slow.
Yeah. I think zombies would probably be the way to go, assuming they were slow.
Yeah. Because either way, if it catches you, they're gonna fucking tear you apart and eat you.
I like how you assume they're slow just so you can beat the one.
Well, hey. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess if I'm a
I want
lion,
to go lion if it's got broken legs.
it's 3-legged with no eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a lion.
I'll
If
take
it's a
that one.
lion with a limp, I choose lion.
Hey, and if we want to be real technical, I'm going to choose zombies because they're not real. So that's not going to happen. So I'll choose the zombie because a
That's
lion
a
could
good
really
take.
fucking trace me.
Hey man,
But do zombies climb trees? That's the one.
Oh, I don't
I-
know. No,
I
they
don't know,
usually just stand there like
All right.
retarded people.
I'll
Just
go zombie then so I can climb a tree and wait till it
Yeah.
blows over.
listen. I don't see you climbing a fucking tree, Joe.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm for a small
you're a good
little guy,
climber?
dude, I can get up pretty quick.
I haven't climbed a tree in probably fucking 7 years.
When the zombie's coming at you, you will.
Yeah, I might start learning to climb real quick.
No, if zombies were going to be any sort of real, it would be more of like a fucking COVID vaccine that turned everybody. That's what it'd be.
Or weren't there like people eating? Remember there's news stories, whatever,
Bath
like
salt.
10 years ago? Yeah, bath salts where people were
Uh-huh.
eating bath salts and biting people and trying to eat them or something. I don't know.
I remember, I think it was Florida. There was some dude on a highway eating some dude's face because he was on bath salts or some shit.
Florida, wow, they're usually so well put together and calm down there.
What about those new zombies on an HBO show? It's like fungus zombies.
Are you talking about the Last of
Yeah.
Us?
The Last
That
of
new
Us.
show?
Now that's a creep. I never got creeped out by zombies, but fungus. Ugh.
Yeah,
That's
Like-
they're trying to make it more realistic. Give more of a realistic like reason behind people turning.
yeah.
I
And
like it.
that is pretty realistic.
That's the first one I thought where they move fast. I was actually just thinking of that show, and I said they're usually slow, but yeah, in that one they're kind of, don't they move fast? They run and chase you,
and they like jump and fucking jump off the walls and shit.
I don't know why people stay alive in these zombie things. Like I would kill myself day 2.
Yeah.
Like, unless I had a little kid to take care of, and even then I would sit and have a talk with them. Like, there's really nothing for us here.
Yeah. I got one bullet. Just sit right next to me. It'll be quick.
Yeah. So if you were if you were taking care of a kid, you would still end it.
Well, I would try, but we'd have a heart to heart. Be like, what are we staying alive for?
Have that? You're gonna have that Chris Benoit talk with the kid. I mean, what's
yeah, but there was no zombie apocalypse with Chris. He just was having a bad day. He took it a little too far,
right?
Like at least the world's ending with my discussion. Be like, listen, you ain't gonna be able to go soccer anymore. You're not gonna be able to There's no electricity for your video games. What do you want to live for? And I'll put it on him.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie The Mist, the original The Mist with Stephen King?
No.
What do you mean?
They're trapped in a grocery store. Well, now they have a series. It's not nearly as good, but there's a movie.
Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah, I read the book too. What was a short story or something?
The end of the movie, and I don't mean to give this away, but based on the conversation we're having, they're in this car trying to get out of the mist, and there's monsters everywhere, and dude ends up just shooting everybody in the car. And then fucking cavalry shows up, like literally right after he kills everybody, and starts like clearing the area, and the mist starts to go away. Right after he killed everybody.
That would be my luck.
Yeah, Stephen King's a fucked up individual.
Oh, man. I feel like if you sat down and had coffee with him, there'd be a lot of silence.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of him whining about politics. He's one of those fucking people on Twitter. Like Rob Reiner that just tweets all day about Donald Trump as long as he's been out of office, just every day tweeting about it. It's like, calm down.
Right. All right, next up. Would you rather perform brain surgery or heart surgery?
Either way, the person's going to be dead. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
You can live through brain surgery.
You're saying, oh, I thought you meant me actually performing it. Would I rather have it or perform it?
No. If you were performing it, like let's say it's a life or death situation, you're the only one who can save them. Would you rather do heart surgery or brain surgery?
Like I said, either way, I don't see myself doing well.
Just relax. I'm a comedian.
Yeah. I do podcasts. I got this.
Is there a brain surgery? A brain surgery?
Not as dumb as I look.
Hey, will you throw on the Rob Saul show? Throw on the Rob Saul show for me. There's an episode where he talks about this. He can walk me through it.
I guess the heart I would rather, because I feel like a brain just seems very confusing to operate on. Like a heart kind of resembles maybe like an engine. Like here's a valve. I don't know. I may have a chance with a heart. The brain's just a mush.
Yeah. Are we allowed to Google it and like watch a YouTube video of it and like follow along? Or
I mean, I guess you could.
You Google brain surgery, but you have to wait through the whole guy's intro. All right, like and subscribe. But this man, follow me. It's like, get them, but this guy's dying.
Scalpel. Come on.
and then right as you get the saving thing, you get an ad for like BetterHelp. You're like, fuck.
All right before this last part here.
Yeah. Do you feel sad sometimes?
Yeah. Actually, hold on, sir. I'll be right with you. I got to listen to this ad.
Yeah, you call BetterHelp. You guys got any? Can you talk me through this brain surgery?
You guys ever Google like recipes online? I don't know if it's just vegan recipes, but I always have to scroll past like, I don't know, like 12, 15 paragraphs because they give you the life story and behind the history of the dish before you can actually get to the fucking recipe and the ingredients. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm always Googling vegetarian recipes so I can cook for her.
Oh yeah.
And there's 7 million ads you got to X out.
Yeah.
The little pop-ups that show like right in the middle of the recipe so you can't see it.
You're like, not today, China. Not today.
All the time. Yeah. I mean, actually anymore, I just TikTok recipes.
Oh yeah.
I did. I made Tabitha Brown, I think her name is Tabitha something.
Oh yeah, I like her.
I watched her TikTok of her vegan mac and cheese, and I made that. It's delicious.
I heard that the knockout, like the dairy-free cheeses, are kind of just disgusting. Is there certain ones that are okay?
Well, it used to be like they were all like they wouldn't melt. They were disgusting. But now they make good ones like that. They actually make from instead of just like processed stuff, they actually use oat milk or cashew milk or whatever to make the cheese. That's good. And I make my own cheese a lot of times with sodium citrate. So
you make your own cheese, right on.
Yeah.
You would think the first thing they figured out before putting the cheese out is, does this melt?
Yeah, I know.
Before it hits the market.
You go to make a cheeseburger and you're burning the thing, waiting for the thing to melt, and it's just like staying rock hard. I mean,
yeah, that means it's not finished yet. They got to go back to the lab.
Yeah.
This tastes like plastic to you? Whatever. Just get it out there.
There's some disgusting like vegan stuff or vegetarian stuff. But you know what my favorite is, which I know it's not even that good for you, but it's not impossible meat. Like I make like spaghetti with meat sauce with it or a burger out of it. People don't even know. Like if I give it to them, it's so good.
I make my wife meatballs with sauce with that stuff. She likes it. It's not terrible, but it can't be good for you. That's the thing.
Yeah, like a Beyond is not that bad for you because there's no soy, but there's a lot of soy in the Impossible.
All right. Yeah, I know Burger King's got that Impossible Burger Whopper or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you tried it?
Of course I have.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? I mean, is it disgusting?
Tastes like a burger. I don't know. The Impossible meat, there's really not much of a difference. I mean, I guess there's not as much flavor as you can put as with the actual meat, but it passes as a burger.
Right.
I'm questioning the ethics of the fast food joints even giving you a vegetarian burger. Yeah. They're probably in the back going, tee, it's meat.
Yeah. And then they throw it on the same usually the same fucking flame broiler thing as they put the regular meat, so it's getting all the juices and stuff from the other meat on it too. So
my wife likes the White Castle ones. Those are good.
I haven't had White Castle, but I make them myself. There's a guy called the Burger Dude. I got a recipe from. He makes all like vegan, and I make my own White Castle sliders, and they're so fucking good.
All right, now that we established we've been Facebook friends for years, you got to send me that recipe.
Like, I will. Yeah.
Like two hens here talking about recipes.
Joe's over here like, man, I'm learning shit.
Rob and I are gonna go for tea next week. Talk recipes.
Discuss vegan recipes and comedy.
So, hey, how long has your wife been vegetarian?
Oh, I'd say probably like 13 years now.
And she just kind of transitioned into it?
She was starting to slowly, like, I don't know, like, we used to go to this place, Big Ed's Barbecue, for all-you-can-eat ribs. And then I think one day she just got freaked out by the rib part of it, And then she transitioned to, like, just chicken tenders. And then we saw some movie. I forget the movie, but at the end of the movie, the credit sequence was a real slaughterhouse video. And I think that just she tapped out.
Yeah. There's a documentary on Netflix too called What the Health I watched to try to get myself back on track when I start eating meat again.
No, factory farming is treacherous.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple slaughterhouses.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I am here in Kansas City. They're all over the fucking place. The cows are actually pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie, but I still eat meat. But
I would imagine Kansas City's got a low population of vegans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of barbecue joints, and none of them are vegan barbecue joints.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I went to LA to hang out with some people. Actually, one of them was Jake Pentland, Roseanne Barr's son, who I had on the show last night. He just had a baby. I wanted to meet the baby and his new wife. And but that place, every other restaurant or place joint is vegan up there at in LA.
Really?
Yeah, there's just so many up there. That's like a vegan paradise up there.
I don't mind vegan if you can make it taste good. There's been some like there's just like a Chinese restaurant that's all vegan over in like Montclair, New Jersey, and it's delicious because it's in all those unhealthy sauces like Chinese food.
Yeah,
so you're like, I can't even tell because it's
yeah.
killing the other ways.
You don't even know what the sauce is. You're just like, fuck it, it's good.
The only thing because all the food was good, then they had like vegan cheesecake that we tried, and even my wife was like, this is nasty. It's just nasty. I don't even know how to describe the taste. You're just like, get it out of my mouth.
I buy a vegan cheesecake at the supermarket made by Daya, and it's really good. Whenever I have parties at the house and cook all vegan food, even when people aren't vegan, they like it. I can cook good vegan food though.
Well, that sounds good. See, I got vegan cheesecake at a Chinese restaurant, so that's really where I went wrong.
Yeah,
I think any cheesecake at a Chinese restaurant may be bad.
Probably gonna be pretty poor.
Yeah,
I get some General Tso's cheesecake.
yeah, yeah. Did they put that sauce over top instead of like strawberry?
I did.
Some of that.
Orange duck cheesecake.
When I was I did culinary school and I did a blue crab cheesecake, and that was actually pretty fucking good.
Blue, like real crabs?
Yeah, like actual. It wasn't a dessert. It was like an entree. It was a blue crab cheesecake with like a raspberry glaze on top. It was so fucking good.
That doesn't sound good at all.
So good.
It doesn't sound good, but I'll try it because I do love crab as long as someone cracks them all for me.
Dude, I'm terrible at cracking open it. Yeah, I'm terrible at it too. The meat's already got to be out of it, or else I'm just most of my meals just gonna be me fucking struggling to get the meat out.
People talk about it like it's this great thing. Oh, dude, you get crabs, you lay out the newspapers, you just crack them. It's like it sucks.
No, I love it. You know, that's one thing. Even when I'm be totally vegan, I do a cheat thing. There's a restaurant by me called Krabby's, and they have one night they have all you can eat Dungeness crabs. And so I have to do that. I'll get a pitcher of beer, and it's all you can eat, and I can go to town like a slob, messy, butter everywhere. I love it.
I feel like you're slowly revealing that you're not a vegan over the course of the podcast.
Yes, I know.
I feel like we're finding holes in this story.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm vegan-ish.
Vegan-ish. Where do you live? Where's this crab place?
I live right outside of Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is it in Atlantic City or is it outside?
No, it's in the town I live in, which is called Mays Landing.
Oh, I know Mays Landing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's you can't get good crab in North Jersey. There's not enough ocean near me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's where you're at, North Jersey.
It's hard to get around here too.
You don't want no Hudson River crabs.
No, thank you.
All right, let's get this next one out of the way here. It says, would you rather be half your height or double your weight?
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm already short enough.
Half my height, I'd be super small.
How tall are you, Joe?
What?
How tall are you?
5'4".
Oh, you're okay. I'm 5'7", and Bob calls me Rob Small because I'm 5'7". Now he must torture
I'm
you.
proportionate to my family. Like if you see the family, you're like, he's actually regular.
You want to hear? We talked about this on the show. I'm very not proportionate because I'm 5'7", but I have size 13 shoes. So I have big giant clown feet.
And I'm 5'10" with 13s, and I'm constantly stumbling and tripping going up the stairs and shit, just stupid stuff.
Yeah, I'd have to go twice weight. I can't be 2 feet tall, 180.
Man. Yeah.
I mean, 5'4", twice your weight. That'd be an interesting look.
Yeah,
I'd be almost 400 pounds. Jeez, I'm not 200, but I mean, I'm like 170 something.
Yeah, I'm 190, so I'd be up there. I think I'd go with
178. And my doctor, she told me, tell me if this is an insult or a compliment. She goes, you don't look like you weigh that much.
That's, I don't know. It's like
that's
a backhanded
comment. I was gonna say that's a backhanded comment. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I like you or if I love you.
You know what? Here's one which is I don't even need to ask whether it's an insult or not. Last time I went to the doctor, they snuck in with my paperwork a paper that said how to control your weight.
They didn't even tell you about it.
No, they didn't say anything. They just stuffed it in with my paperwork, with my prescriptions and stuff, and gave me like a tutorial on how to manage and control my weight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like how they didn't even want to talk to you about it. Like, just sneak this in here.
Yeah.
We don't want to have
This
this
is an uncomfortable conversation.
No, he
What a
looks like he's
doctor.
having a rough
What a
day. Let's not
nurse.
tell him.
Yeah. Go on there. They're fat shaming me at the doctor's.
That's what the doctor's for.
I know.
Someone's
I love it when they
asking.
say. I love it when they say your BMI tells you you're overweight. It's like the BMI fucking says I'm supposed to be 140 pounds. Does that sound realistic to you?
Yeah, mine is like 120 something, 130, and I'm like, I've gotten down to 150, and people say I look too skinny, but
Yeah, unless they're gonna prescribe crack to me, I'll never be that weight again.
yeah, for you're 5'4", they probably want you to be like 90 pounds. I mean,
I think they said it was like 145, 150. I'm like, what?
yeah.
It's
Never.
unrealistic. It's unrealistic, man. And I can only imagine for a woman. I mean, what if she's got like, a D plus cup chest? That's like fucking 15, 20 pounds right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. BMI is so overrated though. I mean, and then they always bring it up. Every time I've gone to a doctor, they always bring up your BMI.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now these women, a lot of these fatsos they're saying they're healthy when they're that fat. And I'm like, what doctor are they going to? If I'm getting paperwork for being like 10 pounds overweight, and my doctors are saying, how are these like big giant fatsos? The doctors say, no, they're completely healthy and there's nothing wrong. You're fat shaming them. I don't understand.
Because they don't want to be on a TikTok video. They're like, fuck it. Like, if this fatso wants to explode the heart, go ahead. Because the doctor's got to be like, listen, you know what you got to do. Like,
Yeah.
You're not like not of this planet. Like,
No.
you know.
You're really just in here to get a prescription. I get it.
That's what I do. I walk in. I've done nothing you said. I'd like another prescription for statin. Thank you.
I keep telling Bob Levy I want to go to his doctor with him because he swears on the show. My doctor tells me I've got the best looking lungs he's ever seen. He's never seen lungs look so good. I'm like, there's no doctor telling you that. The way he smokes, there's no way that a doctor's telling him that he's fine and he doesn't need to quit smoking and that his lungs look great.
Right.
I can't.
You're fine, man.
And who gets their lungs checked out? Who goes?
Yeah.
Who goes to the doctor and they look at your lungs?
Right, well, I guess when how the doctors ask you, do you drink or smoke, and then they ask you how often. I imagine if Bob's honest about how often he smokes, they say, well, maybe we should take a look at your lungs.
Well, maybe because when he goes, I smoke 14 cartons a week, they're like, well, based on the way you sound, your lungs are great.
Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah.
Well, you got to throw the age factor in there too.
Yeah.
Well, you're not dying next year, so you're good. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, for an 85-year-old man that smokes that much, it's you've got the best looking lungs of that.
Yeah.
When I was,
for people that smoke like you're the best. You're still the worst.
You're the best. What's your secret? I would love to tell my other patients.
Yeah, he's the best of the worst. He just didn't retain that part of the story.
Yeah,
it's actually about how you hold the cigarette. Yeah. When I was like 20, 25-ish, that time frame, I partied a lot, did a lot of drinking. I'd smoke like a pack a day, and the next day I'd be miserable.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't smoked in years, but it was rough.
I miss smoking. I do. There's certain times.
Yeah, like there's situations where like, man, I could just go out and have a cigarette right now.
I've never, when you were able to smoke in the bars when I first turned 21, I would get drunk and smoke. I would buy a pack of cigarettes, but I think I was just hotboxing them because I never got addicted, and I never. It was only when I was drunk.
Yeah,
and you could smoke inside.
Yeah,
if I could smoke like that, I would still smoke. If I can pick and choose when I smoke.
Yeah.
If you ever want a cigarette, just go to like one of those smoking areas and just sit there and inhale. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a mental addiction, though, right? Because I started smoking cigars during the pandemic. My buddies were all coming to the backyard smoking cigars. They're like, Joe, you want a cigar? I'm like, nah, man, I quit smoking. I don't want to get back into that. They're like, nah, it's not addicting like that. I'm like, yeah. You know me. I smoked 2 cigars with them that night. I have a humidor now in my closet. I have like magazines that come to the house.
Yeah.
It's like It's not as addicting. It's more of a mental the cigar than the physical. Like I don't crave cigars.
Yeah, you don't inhale them. It's it's you're
Right.
enjoying the taste of them.
It just fits where I'm at mentally in life. I'm 48. I sit on my back porch with my dog and stare, and it fits. Like I'm in a contemplative age. I'm like, what the fuck happened, and how much time do I have left?
Oh God.
They got a real fancy. There's a couple of them here called Outlaw Cigar Bar, and it's just it's super fucking. You walk in, there's this huge like insulated room, and you can go in there. They got cigars that are fucking hundreds to thousands of dollars, and they have poker night. And I used to go in there on Tuesday nights and just fucking play poker, and your buy-in was a cigar, and it didn't matter if it was expensive or not. But some of these guys would come in there with some expensive fucking cigars, man.
Oh, there's some pricey ones. I'm like a $10 cigar guy. That's where I'm at now.
Yeah, the most expensive ones I bought are a Padron, like 1920 something. I enjoy that, but yeah, I got probably around the pandemic too, or maybe a little before. I remember Gino Bisconti got me into smoking cigars, but
Gino's my boy. I used to produce his football picks for 15 years.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
You ever see his Gino's picks where he just
yeah, he does.
Yeah. We stopped it this year. Actually, it was our last year.
Oh, okay.
He hit me up. He goes, or I messaged him and asked if he'd come on the show. He's like, "Yeah, I'm available after 6 most weeknights," and I'm like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna work."
This guy,
I can do it. Well, the reason I do mornings is because I have a very busy. I got fucking 4 dogs, 2 kids. It's just it's a madhouse during the day. So mornings are the best time for me.
Yeah,
this is actually pretty good in the morning. I should do that more often because it's like now I can get the fuck out with my day without anything hanging over me.
Yeah, and literally after I get off here, I'm gonna head to work. So it's like I'm just gonna fucking upload and distribute this on all the platforms. I'll probably send you guys links, and then I make clips. The good thing about what I do is try to give exposure to people. And I make clips with them. Actually, I did one with Rob and his fucking 13 feet. 13-inch feet.
Yeah. 13-inch, is that
13 whatever, it's size 13 feet. You should, man, if you get a chance to see it, I'll actually send you a link to it, Joe, because he's in his fucking bedrobe or whatever, and he just props his foot up in front of the camera to show me the size of his foot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The first time he had me on,
that's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, yeah. We'll watch it when we have tea later, Joe.
Yeah, I actually don't mind tea. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Tea's not that bad. There's some really good ones out there.
Not bad. I'll show my wife the video of your foot. I'll be like, "Look, honey, he's vegan."
Yeah, first couple times I did the show, I was in my row because I just woke up today too, but I threw on some pants. But yeah, I bartend, so I'm not really I'm up late at night and I usually sleep in a little bit.
Right.
So I'm not. Believe me, I'd rather be a morning person. I am sort of a morning person, but it's just the job keeps me indisposed in the mornings.
Man, it's good money though. When I used to bartend for several years, and I make like $1,200 cash a week, sometimes more than that. But I didn't have benefits. I didn't have insurance. It was just fucking.
Well,
I was eating out every fucking day.
Yeah, I'm a union bartender, so I have full time, the benefits, and then all that.
There's union bartenders. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, local 54 in Atlantic City. Yeah,
like casinos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, how does that affect it in your wages? Because you have to pay union, right? So do you tip them out?
Union dues. I think they're like $20 a week, $15 a week union dues, but that's not bad especially because insurance comes with it.
Yeah, hell, I wish I had that option here.
Yeah.
Joe, you ever bartend?
No.
Yeah,
I went to rehab like right out of high school, so I was all on that game.
Are you sober now?
Long time.
Oh wow! I tried.
I'm not a judgmental one, so drink away.
Yeah. I've been to rehab a couple times, but it never stuck.
Yeah, I don't know why it stuck this time, but
yeah. Did it take you a few tries? They say the first time.
Second time I got it.
Oh, okay.
But
you said right out of high school.
Got to try one more time. You're like,
did you say right out of high school?
I went to rehab in high school. My senior year, I spent a month in rehab.
Oh wow.
No shit.
Then I stayed clean, probably maybe like 2 months after that, and then I got clean again at 20.
Damn.
Wow.
So what are
So
we talking? I mean, if you don't have to answer, but like, are we talking alcohol or other stuff?
no, mostly other stuff because I couldn't really get served then. So dope man doesn't ask for ID.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. But yeah, it was yeah, you know, it was a weird time.
When I was 19, I used to sell pot. I was a drug dealer, whatever. I sold a lot of pot. I smoked a lot of pot. My apartment was usually full of people buying pot. And one day I got raided, and they booked me. And when they were processing me, the lady goes, "Do you do drugs?" I'm like, "You literally just busted me for smoking pot and having pot." She's like, "No, drugs."
Yeah, drugs.
Real drugs, pussy.
Yeah, real drugs.
Yeah.
And now it's legal.
If I was just a pothead, that would have been better.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of people, and I quit because insurance and shit. But like, I just don't want to risk it. But there's a lot of people that smoke pot, and they're always worried about their job. I'm like, then don't fucking smoke before you come to work.
Yeah, well, addiction is like a mental thing too, mostly.
Yeah, like smoking cigarettes or quitting smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, like there's a physical aspect, but it's mostly a mental urge.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one of the people I work with. They vape like crazy, and they just recently quit smoking cigarettes. But I'm pretty sure they've probably doubled their intake from vaping. Just the amount they vape. I'm like, man, that's gross.
I have a joke in my act, and it wasn't on my album, but I have a clip of it, a reel of the first time I saw vaping years ago. Like, because I was at a 12-step convention in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So I was performing out there, and I'm in an elevator, and a guy just busts out this metal thing, just starts like,
yes,
I was like, dude, you're the boldest crackhead I've ever come into contact with. like just like middle of the day.
Just that's pretty good. It's disgusting. It's not any better. I mean, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but apparently it affects different parts of the body.
It can't be. There's no way people that want to get you addicted to nicotine are doing it in any healthy way.
No,
there's no way they're in the lab. Be like, how can we do this where it helps people?
Yes. Yeah,
well, it's raspberry scented. It's gotta be some sort of.
Yes, that vape is for the smoker that doesn't want to look too manly.
Yeah.
You got these vegan scents now, it's all good.
I know.
Yeah. My vape is all vegan.
Yeah. No animal byproducts in my vape, sir.
They only spray the only chemicals they use on this is H2O. That's it.
Wow.
I have never vaped. Let's get another one of these out of the way here.
Okay.
Would you rather pry off your thumbnail with a fork,
Jesus
Christ, or put a toothpick under your big toenail and kick a wall?
Ooh,
this one's probably the best one I had, and this is gonna be the last one because we're doing a lot of ranting, which is fine. But this got to me, man. That's rough.
Yeah,
I would do the kick the wall one.
I guess I would too. Yeah,
yeah, because I feel like it's quick to pry off. You're really gotta put a lot of effort into hurting yourself. That's just like a quick kick and you're done.
Yeah,
man. I've hit
is anyone else's fingers and toes tingling right now like me?
Yes, everything. Like, hopefully my neck is throbbing. Everything is going on.
I worked in a tire shop for a while, and the machine has
bragging.
this arm that no. I don't know shit about cars. Okay, I can fucking put a tire on. This machine, you put the wheel on, and then there's like this arm that comes down and it like pushes down on the wheel as you like put it on. And my fucking thumb got caught underneath the wheel while I was pressing down, and it ripped my whole fucking nail off. And that was so painful. It was probably one of the most painful experiences I've had.
I had a toenail fall off. It turned brown, like black.
Yeah.
I back in my father's house when I was a kid. back like Heinz ketchup bottles just come like in big glass jars.
Yeah. And
And
you
I
had to
opened his
pound on the
fridge
bottom
and
for a
fell on
half
my
hour
big
to get a
toe.
drop of ketchup out.
You said that.
War
Hold
wound?
on.
Yeah, Heinz.
A ketchup bottle bruised your toenail and it fell off.
Yeah, and I told that story in a podcast just now as if I'm a tough guy. I
Yeah.
admitted that.
Hey, he's 5'4" and he's dropped ketchup on his toe. He's got
Nobody
things
wants
going.
to fuck with this guy. He's already taken
Hey,
a Heinz
I've
bottle.
seen
To
things. I'm trying to tell you, I've been there. I've seen things.
You've had a bad day. Let me tell you about this one time.
Yeah. Try to relate with people with real struggles.
I am.
Oh, you think? Oh, you went to war? Have you ever dropped a Heinz bottle on your toe at 3 a.m?
Yeah. That's war. That's battle, my friend.
That's war. I know you're a
Try
quadriplegic, but I couldn't kick a ball for like a week and a half.
Hey, you're lucky you're a quadriplegic. You don't have to worry about a Heinz ketchup hitting your big toe.
That's right. It would bounce off. You don't even know what happened.
I am curious, what's the dumbest injury you've ever had? I mean, that ketchup one's pretty rough, but what's the dumbest injury you've ever either caused on yourself?
The dumbest injury.
Yeah.
I built my own homemade ramp to jump a ditch as a kid, and I made it halfway over the ditch, and then the front end of the bike went down. The handlebar went right into my gut. That was probably the worst one because I thought I was going to die because I couldn't breathe for like 3 minutes.
I got one that was, I don't know if my dad was teaching me how to drive a dirt bike on his farm, a little DS80. And I guess he didn't teach me how to downshift because I was trying to I had an open face helmet. I'm trying to take a turn at like max speed, whatever a DS80 does. And for some reason I had my head out on the turn and my face hit a tree and the bike just kept going.
Oh, damn.
And then but I wasn't crying yet. And my brother comes up to me. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm just like all stunned. And he goes, "Dude, you lost all your teeth." And then I just started crying because, you're a kid. Like, I'm like, I don't want to lose all my teeth. And my dad comes up. He's like, "Nah, that's just bark in your mouth, you dummy." It was just, I thought I lost my. That's probably the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Now, are you in your neighborhood, like in your yard?
My dad lived on like this farm. He rented a house on like a farm I used to go to on the weekends. So we should just ride all on. It was like all fields and stuff. And
I just imagine the short kid just doing a couple backflips off of his dirt bike.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, Rob, you're up, man. What do we got?
I was playing baseball in my grandmom's yard with my cousins, and I'm not a sportsman. And for some reason, no one does this. I slid into first base. Who slides into first base? I slid into first base, and when I slid, I hit my wrist against my knee, and I broke my wrist.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty painful.
Nobody. Well, I gotta tell you, Derek Jeter slid in the first base once and became the captain of the Yankees. So don't sell yourself for it.
Oh, listen. So there's hey, I'm 40 years old. Maybe there's still a chance for me. Maybe I can be.
There's opportunity out there, is what I'm saying.
I've broken a bone in the top of my foot once, and it swelled up like it felt like I was walking on a tennis ball. It was, and I tried to not go to the doctor for like 3 days, but it got so bad that I was like, nah. I mean, there was no putting any pressure on the foot. And I was out of work for like four or 5 months, something like that.
Oh, you did this as an adult?
Yeah, this is probably, and actually, this is how I know I'm getting older. Obviously, I'm still in my 30s, so I'm not your guys' age yet. But I was reaching, I was reaching for a product on a shelf, and I broke my toe, the bone in the top of my foot. It was the dumbest.
I want to be
shit.
bragging there, guy. Yeah, we both look younger than you, and
yeah, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, the beard is just supposed to make me look older, okay? Apparently it's working, so that's good.
There you go.
It's funny because my wife, she says without it, I have an egg-shaped head. So she's like, you need to keep you got to keep a beard.
Yeah.
Joe, you got a pretty egg-shaped head.
Yeah, it's pretty egg-shaped.
Jesus. That's what you do to the guests.
Yeah. Well, I got a good shaped head for being bald. I lucked out. If you're gonna lose your hair, you have to have a decent shaped head.
Hey man. So what did
God half likes me?
Did you have a full head of hair when you were younger?
Dude, I had luscious locks. Dude, I had gorgeous. Like girls used to say, "I wish I had your hair." I had thick, beautiful hair. I could send you a picture of me with beautiful hair as a young kid holding my pet pig.
Well, we'll trade. I'll send you a picture of my big foot when you send me a picture of your hair.
Man, I can just imagine. This is going to be a great clip. We're going to talk about how masculine you are, and then we're going to talk about all these dropping the Heinz ketchup, your luxurious hair, and a pig.
Yeah. It was my dad's. Dude, I have a whole thing about the animals at my dad's house. It was insane. But we don't have time for that.
If I start getting like a receding hairline, which I feel like I am, I'm probably gonna just shave it all off. To be honest, I'll keep.
Yeah, eventually you have to. It gets to a point. Like mine got to a point where it looked like almost like tumbleweeds up there, like dead grass. Like what am I doing? Trying to keep any, you know.
Yeah. Oh, is that a chore though? I mean, do you have to do that every day? Shave your head or?
I don't have to do it every day. It depends on, if I'm just if I got nothing to do, like I'm just lounging around, I'll let it grow in. But I just shave it with a razor. It's easy. It's quick.
I don't even like to shave my face. I mean, I have the barber do it. If I go to a barber every 2 weeks, it gives me a good shave. I'm a horrible shaver.
Yeah, I guess you get used to it.
My bit, I used to try to shave this shit and like line it up, and I always fuck it up. So I quit shaving it, but I'll like sit here and I'll take a razor and I'll do it myself. Just kind of get the cheeks, and that's it. Maybe the neck area. Yeah. That's it. If I try to do anything else, I fuck it up.
I think if people that have it too lined up look weird. Like these people that have like these sharp edges and stuff. You're like
sculpted beards.
It's like, dude.
There's this. Do you watch? I know. Here's how manly I am. Do you guys watch American Idol?
No, not
sometimes.
There's a guy that looks like you on there that has that beard like that, but it was like wild like yours. But now that he's made it into like the top 12, they dress him. So looks like you, but has long hair. So now his hair's like all straightened and primped, and his beard's all like, even and lined up. And it's, it's not, he doesn't have the scruffy. It's very, he's very polished now.
Nah, I like the scruffy, like the scruffiness. All right. Well, hey man, Joe, I appreciate you coming on today. We're hitting that 1 hour mark. And I'd love to have you on again, man. You got anything coming up? You got any tours coming up or anything?
No, I'm trying to think, what I can. I'll be in. I don't know if anybody in Vermont listens to this, but the end of the Memorial Day weekend, I'll be up at this place called the Woolen Mill Comedy Club up in Vermont. So I don't even know if anybody up there knows who I am. So come see me if you live up there. But I always keep my schedule up to date. JoeFernandes.net.
Yeah.
And that's it. This has been a fun podcast, man. I got to tell you,
I appreciate. Hey, Rob's been on here as much as he talks shit.
It was fun. A lot of times I do something, I'm like, oh god, I hope this don't go out.
Well, the whole point of my show is the random topics. The reason I don't tell people what it is till we're live is so it stays unscripted. I like the random conversation. I don't want you to expect what we're talking about.
I like that.
Yeah. And like I said, Rob talks shit on it, but he's been on here 4 times now.
I don't talk shit on it. I don't talk shit on the podcast. I go on my shows and I always promote it, say it's a good podcast.
I know.
I just say I don't like waking up this fucking early. That's all.
That's fair. It's fair, man.
I'd love to do it again in the future for sure. It was fun.
Yeah, no, of course, man. And I'm sure we'll probably do another one with Rob too, because I like doing it. I like waking his ass up this early. So to everybody that is listening, to everybody who's watching, and Rob, your show, you're doing it more often now. I know you took kind of a little step back there for a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of busy, but yeah, my show, Soul Show, Rob Soul Show, is every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. And you just go to my YouTube channel or soulshow.com, robsoul.com. both will take you to the same place. And Levy Land should be coming back to the Shuley network soon. I don't know. We're still Bob's done so many podcasts, but we haven't done a show in like a month. Our last one was with Jim Norton. You can check that out. Go to the Shuley network on YouTube, and but we'll be coming back within the next week or two on Levy Land.
Hell yeah, man. Are you still selling your Bloody Mary mix? Your vegan Bloody Mary mix?
Yeah. Vegan Bloody Mary mix. Rob Saul's Bloody Mary mix. You can go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Use promo code Rob. You'll get 15% off, and he'll send you some extra other hot sauces. Bob's hot sauce is on there. It's Bob Levy's ass licking blue cheese hot sauce, and
man, some vegan buffalo wings with some ass licking blue cheese.
Yeah, so it's they got good stuff over there. I like
licking ass vegan. I don't know.
Hey, at least you know it's a clean ass.
It's on the cusp. It's on the cusp.
All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you around.